cool now. Scared of letting go.
Yeah, period.
About to be underway with our second contest of the day. The Watkins Hornets, a.k.a. the Bounty Boys, versus the OG Ducks. Now, I understand that the Bounty Boys are coming out of D.C., and the Ducks coming out of California, so that's a long way of travel if I heard that right. So let's see. I'm checking out these teams here. Okay, the Hornets are in the black. The Ducks in the yellow green. Can you hear me now? Okay. There. I was talking to somebody else here. We got a lot of activity going on in the booth. You got to understand, we're just going back to back with these games here. So they're still stretching and still warming up. I think they're going to give them a few minutes because they really haven't had a chance to kind of get stretched out with the way these contests have gone. So it has been really tight today, our schedule. But we're glad you're here with us. And you can see the Hornets stretching out. And this is a 12U contest. And I'm trying to figure out who that big 77 is. My gosh. That is a sizable guy. And let's see here. I may have that roster. And they are getting pumped up. And they are certainly ready to go. And so are the Ducks. And these are another couple of teams that are well known. So these boys aren't a mystery to anybody, that's for sure. So this ought to be another well of contest. And yes, I do have that roster. So good deal there. As we get ready to get underway, the Ducks are in the yellow and green. The Hornets are in the black and red. So it turns out I do have the rosters for both. So I'm excited about that prospect because this would be a real banger of a contest. As I get my act together up here in the broadcast booth, I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of C1N. You're watching the Cam Newton C1N Halloween Showcase. This is our second contest of the day. For those of you with family and friends out there that may not realize it, these games for the rest of the day are being shown via Cam Newton's Facebook page. So make sure you go to tell your family and friends, go to Facebook. And if you're not familiar how to get to Cam Newton's Facebook page, simply go into the search, type in Cam, type in Newton. It'll take you right there. You'll see Cam Newton's face. Click on that link, and off to the races you go to watch some great football. They're coming to you from Johnson C. Smith University and Eddie C. McGirt Field here in the beautiful Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. It is about as perfect a day as it can be for a football. I think I've finally seen the first few clouds of the day, but it is just a lot of blue sky and great weather. A bit of a breeze blowing. Coming from the west a little bit. So the Ducks will receive. Number 15 handling the kicking chores, and they throw the squib out there. So the Ducks will have the ball. So we've got 1st and 10 at the 48. And I may have been mistaken on what I thought I had was a correct roster. I may not have that for the Jackets. And the big man is going to swallow up the ball carrier. That looks like number 88. So there'll be a loss of 3 yards on that play. So it'll be 2nd and 13. So here come the Ducks. And that pass is going to fall incomplete. The intended receiver. I think that was could have been either number 13 or 22 for that matter. So that did not work out. So it's 3rd and 13. The ball, the nose of it at the 45. And remember, this is a 12U contest. There's moving up front. Offsides against the Hornets. So that cost them 5 yards. That'll put the ball at the 50. As a result, it'll be 3rd and 8 for the Ducks. And that ball is intended for number 1, Amari Carlott. And that one does not work out as intended, as it is overthrown. So 4th and 8 with the ball. Interesting call here as they kind of feel one another out to see where they try to find the weaknesses at. So there's a single man in the backfield. Here comes a blitz, and he has to get rid of it. So that'll be turned over on downs. And the Bad Boys defense will stuff them. So here come the Hornets. Number 10 running it. And that's a Roman numeral 10. If you see the X on his jersey, that's what that means. That is the Roman numeral 10. So to avoid any confusion there. They're going to go right up the gut. They're going to move the sticks. It'll be a first down. They'll get to the 39-yard line. So the ball is spotted at the 40. And they're going to run it again. Number 1 bounces it out and tries to find room in his right. Not a whole lot to give there. He'll gain a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Hornets. And that's a healthy defensive front for the Ducks. And they've got some size and athleticism up there. All right, they get set. Number 1 hands the ball off to number 1. Finds a little room. Off tackle. Gives a stiff arm. He breaks away. He is going to get into the end zone, and that is a touchdown for the Bounty Boys. Number 1. Foul. Because watch this. And look at that stiff arm right there. And there's nothing the Ducks can do to hold on. And he just uses the stiff arm on number 2 and takes himself into the end zone for the score. So let's see what the PAT is going to look like here. You know, with the 12U, I would expect some kicking. May not have that now. Number 10. And 10 is in there. All right, a.k.a. X. Roman numeral 10. So that is going to be 1 point. So the way this works, fans, so you understand, and like I said, in different leagues, different parts of the country, different rules. Here, 1 point is from the 3, 2 points is from the 5. It looks to me as if you kick a field goal, you actually get 2 as well. So that's how that's been working today. So just hang in there with us. Remember, conventional wisdom doesn't always apply when it comes to youth football, as they adjust the rules to meet the age group requirements and the things that go with it. So Jenkins gets set to kick off, and that's number 15. All right, wasn't sure I had the roster, but I am able to spot the names on the bottom part of the jersey. So there's the kick by Jenkins. Number 10 with the stop. 33 got on top of it. And that is Terry. That'll get credit for the tackle, I believe. That was 33. They got on top of that for the Ducks, and that is Jack Jaron. So the ball is at the 50-yard line. Let's see what the Ducks do here. He has time. And that pass is complete to number 17. And that is Lovano who will have that grab. And so it's a 4-yard gain on the play. It'll make it 2nd and 6. The ball is going to the 46-yard line. Here's the snap. Phillips tries to find some room up the middle, and he's going to stay on the ground, and he's going to get just across the 25-yard line. Let's see if they spot him. Nope, he's going to get him at the 25. So it's a first down for the Ducks. Phillips pulls it down before he goes out of bounds at the 25. And that's what you have to do. If they're covered up downfield, you're just going to have to pull it down and take off with it. So Phillips looking again for room, but he's not going to find any that time. Number 31 is going to get on top of him there. I believe that is Brady. So it'll be 2nd and 14. The ball is going to go to the 29-yard line. Fantastic effort on the previous play to get out of a jam. And you look at that defensive front, I wouldn't want to run up against that. And let's keep an eye on that front four right there. Number 31 all over that one. That's Brady along with 10. Trying to make sure I make out that name right. Bradley, that is number 31. That is Bradley for the Hornets. So the Ducks get set up. So they're 3 wide. Phillips has time, and that was nearly picked off. That pass is going to fall incomplete. Number 13. And I know sometimes you wish you get those second chances. So it is 4th and 16, but you know they're not going to punt it from this point because the ball's at the 31-yard line. So they're talking about it. And we'll see what the secondary does. And they got a timeout that's going to be taken by the Hornets. And the coaches are letting them know, hey, they got to pay attention. And I think that number 13, that's Coleman, that had the potential interception that went in and out of his hands as he jumped the route. So back out of the timeout. Puts it up deep. And just beyond the reach of number 13. That one was overthrown. Nathan, there was nothing they could do that with a dare. Well out of his reach. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Pardon me, that's Tillema. And make sure I get the name right. That is Tillema. That was overthrown. So right now it's 7-0. The Hornets maintaining the lead. 3:40 remaining in the first quarter. Strong right. Got plenty of time. Puts it up, and that is picked off. Well, by gosh, he's going to be overthrown on one. He's going to get it on another. Telema just leaps up there, and that is a tall, rangy kid, and that's a lot of kid to overthrow. I mean, look at him. That is not a mystery right there. Look at him standing next to number 23. So we shouldn't be surprised with that one. So the Ducks will get another chance on offense. The ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So the Ducks are talking about it because they had him open on the last one. Are they going to go back to him on this series here and try to strike quickly? We'll see. So we'll see what the Ducks do here. There's a shift. There's a handoff. 0, the ball carrier. And he's just going to be stood up. So a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. The ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line. Trying to make out those names a little bit. That means be Williams. No, 0. That was carrying the ball prior. So there's the shift. There's the snap. Has some time. He has to get rid of it quick. And that ball is fought for. Number 7 is going to intercept it. Let's see what he does. Stays on his feet. He's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 29. And that is Ward. And they say anything you can do, I can do better. And not only that, he takes it back. And it looks like it's going to be spotted at the 30. So now the Hornets find themselves a short field position. Both defenses playing very, very well to open the contest. Ball is ultimately spotted at the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 27 in Duck territory. We want to thank you fans for watching today. It's been a great day of football thus far. There's a handoff. A number of Duck defenders on that stop. Okay, so there is a number. There is a 10 and there is an X. So there we go. I stand corrected. We've had some rosters with Roman numerals on them, so there's that. So it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is at the 16-yard line. So we're strong right. They've run it to the left. 10 following his blockers. Shed some tackles. Ultimately, number 32 is going to bring him down. And that's going to be a first and goal to go for the Bounty Boys. The ball is at the 2-yard line. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Hornets threatening. They lead 7-0. All right, we have had a big defensive battle pretty much in the first half. Back-to-back, interceptions. Like I said earlier, anything you can do, I can do better. But the difference being is on the return of that interception, they get to the 27-yard line and they put themselves in excellent field position. And now it is first and goal to go with the ball at the 2-yard line. The Bounty Boys are threatening. And so they got to get the clock started. And I think that's what they're trying to do. They got to get the quarter adjusted and all that good stuff.
We need 10 minutes to start in the second quarter. First and goal on the board.
So they're trying to get set. The strength of the formation is to the right. And if I got that right, it may have been, they're going to call them short by about a half a yard. Number 10, Terry, out there has been putting in some work running the ball. Carlock will run it on into the end zone. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Watkins Hornets. So they open up the second quarter with a touchdown. So let's watch this here. Watch that big O-line right there. And you see that lane they create? There was no that kind of hole for them. So let's see what the PAT is going to look like. And straight up the middle. That's number 2. That looked point variety right there because they did it from the 3. So it is 14-0, 9:35 remaining in the second quarter. Just a clean run right there to get the extra points. And the Ducks traveled a long way. And jet lag is real. Because if you're coming from California, you better be going to bed about 3 hours early. So the Ducks, coming all the way in from Cali, have had a long way to travel. But they're good for a reason because they're able to win those games on the road. And their expectations are no less here. So Jenkins gets set to kick it off. Look at that right there. Oh! And X gets on it. Carlock recovers it. And the Hornets are going to have another offensive opportunity with the ball at the 48-yard line. They caught everybody sleeping at the wheel, fans included. Don't act like you knew. The Ducks certainly weren't expecting it. And you have got to be alert on plays like that. So 9:20 remaining in the second quarter. There's the ball. There's a handoff. Number 10 kind of double clutches and accelerates. It's a first down for the Bounty Boys. And that is Terry, the ball carrier. So they're just running up and down the field right now. The ball's at the 25-yard line. Carlock, the ball carrier, he runs and tucks it inside, off tackle to the right. He'll get to the 21-yard line. So a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 6 for the boys from D.C. And looks like in a case like this, they'll start to settle in and chew up on some of that clock. So 2nd and 6. Hornets getting set. There it is. They run it again. He turns it back up. And like I said, they're looking to be patient and just chew up the clock. And I believe that's Fafita. And on that stop, big number 34 along with number 52. And we have a timeout on the field. We'll be right back.
I was scared of letting go.
I won.
They got period one and donut. I like the water.
You have guys now in the college ranks. You have guys doing well in high school. Kind of that is your forte, right? You tell me about coaching the offensive line and coaching the young kids and making sure it translates.
The most.
All right, we are back out of the timeout. And Hornets threatening once again. They are just challenging the Duck defense. And they're going to move the sticks. It's going to be another first down for the Ducks. And they're just bullying right now. It says 1st and 10. The ball is at the 14. Taking their time, chewing the clock. Number 2, the ball carrier. Ducks are trying to claim a turnover, but the play was blown dead. I think number 2, that might be Banks. There's Carlock back there. They're looking to see his number get called again. So they're just trying to grind it out. They've got a 14-0 lead. And here they come. Look at a pile of blockers, and they're going to get right to the 10-yard line, and that'll bring up third down. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Ducks. Be 3rd and 6 for the Hornets. The Ducks, look at that body language. They are getting worked on that defensive front. And this is what we like to call going for the kill, if you will, because you're just grinding that the defensive front down. And remember, when you're on offense, you're running downhill, not uphill. Jenkins rolls out, and he has an open man, number 19. And that is a touchdown for the Bounty Boys. And he was just sitting there like he was baking bread. And I believe that young man's last name was Epps. So, pin conversion. And that ball is spotted at the 3. There's a flag on the field. So it's a sideline warning. Unsportsmanlike conduct against coaches, I believe. And there may be an ejection. So are we looking at an ejection? So right now the game has been frozen while the officials are discussing. And one of the C1N officials, and that extra point is going to be good. That's Terry that gets the PAT. So it's 21-0. 5:24 remaining in the first half. So there's some discussion going on the Duck sideline to see what's going on and make sure everything is calmed down. And you can see that coach down there, he is animated. So there's discussions going on the sideline while they're trying to explain the situation to the C1N staff down there. And, of course, with the penalty, that ball is going to be kicked off from the 30 because they were back-to-back penalties. And this is not a position the Ducks want to find themselves in. And Jenkins puts it, and it's going to be wrapped up by 13. So the Ducks will hold on to it. So 5:24 remaining in the second quarter. You have to pardon me, fans. I'm trying to keep up with what's going on down there on the sideline. Because you had a sideline warning and it didn't look like a coach's ejection. And a lot of discussion going on on the sideline. So the Ducks back on offense. Well, nope. So this is going to be re-kicked. And from the 35-yard line. And this one's up. Takes a bit of a hop. Number 22 on returns. Not going to have anywhere to go. And there's a sea of black jerseys over there. I mean, there's just no hope on that one. Number 13 coming up out of the bottom of the pile. So let's see what happens. And the Watkins Hornets, a.k.a. the Bounty Boys, are signaling safety. So we're here at Johnson C. Smith University, and the back wrapped up immediately. Number 56. Just swallowing up the ball carrier, 0 for the Ducks. And the Bounty Boys are signaling safety. And you know what? I can't say that I blame them, because if you look at everything and how it's going, they're in position for it. Zero. Oh, wait a minute. He breaks the run. Zero breaks away from the runner. He stretches it out. He's trying to accelerate, and he's going to get into the Bounty Boys territory. Wow. The Ducks said, wait a minute, this game ain't over. And I mean, this is what you call danger right here. How about that? I'm kind of speechless on that one. So here come the Ducks. Number 20 spins number 10 around, Terry. Boys brought down by number 9 and double ought. So a loss of a yard on the play. Hey, and make sure you guys like and share. We appreciate you being out here and with us out there on the interwebs watching this contest. You know, you see a score that says 21-0, and you kind of thinking it's over. It really isn't over, because things like this can happen, and they can be momentum changers. So the Ducks looking to maintain that momentum, but it is 2nd and 15 with the loss of yardage. Number 4 tries to put it in the air, and that pass is going to be batted. So it'll be 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 15. The ball is at the 45-yard line. And I'm telling you, this has been something else. Watching the Watkins Hornets. So here come The Ducks trying to find something. They're going to go 4 wide, trips to the right, single man to the left. And there's a flag on the field. So it looks like it was a false start against the Ducks. And after all that, they find themselves in 3rd and 20. So this one's definitely got to go in the air. That big rangy number 13 over to the left. You better believe they're keeping an eye on him. So Phillips can't find room, and he's going to be swallowed up by several defenders. And that ball is dead right around the 40-yard line. And Murphy has moved in with the Ducks, and I mean Murphy's Law. With 1:24 remaining in the first half, the Watkins Hornets, a.k.a. Bounty Boys, are going to take a timeout. We'll be right back.
It's like I've been able to teach babies how to block the proper way. And I think by teaching them the proper way, you know, translate to when they get to high school, like in Langston Hughes, I got a couple of kids that played me since they were 7. I mean, they're bona fide athletes right now, you know, headed to college. And one of them is Dontrell Glover, man. I love him. He like my kid. He like my kid, you know what I'm saying? And the way he works on and off the field, like, you know what I'm saying? Just that determination, that dedication that we put in from a baby, it paid off.
All right, we are back on the field. And the Ducks have not been able to – they have just not been able to do anything against the Ducks. So the Ducks are going to go for it. And, you know, you can't blame them for trying. But, you know, it is 4th and 30. Here they come. And that ball is going to be picked up because it just sails in the air. And that one is going to go to the house. That's a pick 6. And that is caught. That is a touchdown for the Bounty Boys. Watch this. I mean, I question a lot of things, and I absolutely question that. Nonetheless, it's going to be a pick 6. And for the Ducks, if it can go wrong, it has gone wrong. With the exception of the pick earlier, there has just not been a whole lot positive for the OG Ducks. And pending the PAT, they are down 27-0 with 1:11 remaining in the first half. I don't think anybody counted on this game being this lopsided. I know I certainly didn't. Fans, make sure you hit that like button. We appreciate you hanging in here with us at the C1N Halloween Showcase. There it is, the fade route. And it's good. So now it is 28-0. But while they're getting reset, we want to remind all you fans of another great event coming up. While you're watching us here at the C1N Halloween Showcase, the Blessed Babies Bowl is coming up on December 2nd through the 8th. This is national championship time, December 2nd through the 8th. The location is Rockledge on the Space Coast. So make sure you check out the updates for that event as the season continues to matriculate on. Be sure to stay in touch. Follow Cam Newton's page for all the information. We want you to be a part of it. I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of C1N. We're having a great time here in the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina, here at Johnson C. Smith University, Eddie C. McGirt Field. Beautiful weather. Couldn't be more perfect if you tried to do it yourself. And so this one's going to be kicked from the 25. I think they got him for some excessive celebration. 49 seconds remaining in the first half of play. And the Ducks have not been able to do anything. We'll see what kind of adjustments they make at the half. Number 22 tries to find some space, and he is going to take two players for a bit of a ride. Gets his shoulder down, but he'll get to the, let's see where they spot him. They're going to spot him at the 45-yard line, from what we can tell. So 29 seconds remain in the first half. And it's a first half that has really been all Bounty boys. So somehow, some way, they're going to have to figure out how to get it going, or this could be a very, very long day. And, you know, the coaches have to remind the Ducks that you didn't get here by accident. You didn't get here by being quitters. You didn't get here by not putting in the work. There's a reason you are here in the C1N. Reason that you travel cross country to face the best competition, because they are the best competition. And I'm saying you tell that to the players that they are the best competition. You know, in our previous contest, we were talking with the Mac Dolphins, and I told them flat out, you know, sometimes you just have a bad day at the office. It happens. And right now, you know, it just seems like a bad day at the office. But there's a whole second of football to play. And I'll tell anybody, in this game, anything can happen. So 29 seconds remaining. They're going to go four wide. Single man in the backfield. He's helping to block, because here they come. And that one is in double coverage, nearly picked off. The intended receiver, number 13. That falls incomplete. So that puts 24 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Tillema, the receiver, or the intended receiver. And the Ducks are going to take a timeout. We'll be right back with 10 seconds remaining in the first half.
Just give us a rundown on what's going to happen when they see your team on the field.
Yeah, we're expected to dominate down in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to it. Cam event, man, which, you know, Cam is he's very supportive in the organization, ATL Elite. I mean, I love my guy. You know, I raised him. You know what I'm saying? It's my dog. You feel me? So, you know, him bringing his babies back to my organization was big for me, man. Like, I would definitely appreciate it. We're going to support everything he does moving forward. Him and Dad, brother, you know, all of them, man. You know, they family. So we're looking for to dominate. We're looking for to dominate at all ages. I know 8's going. I think my 9s are going in, my 10s. So we're looking to dominate. You know what I'm saying? 8 just coming off a big win against GA. You know, I had to take care of Ken. So, you know, we're looking forward to it, man, having fun and enjoying Charlotte. And, yeah, we plan to go out there and dominate.
All right, we're back looking down on the field. 10 seconds remaining in the first half. A half dominated 100% by the Bounty Boys. the Ducks, at this point, I think they're going to chuck it up there. They don't have a whole lot of time to do it or figure it out. Number 4 is going to just slide on down. And that's going to run out the clock. Do it for the first half. So what we have in the first half of this game, total control. Total control by the Bounty Boys. Offense, defense, special teams, you name it, they've done it. Onside kick, recovered. Interception, returned for 6 points. They ran it down the field. They've passed it down the field. They are clicking on all phases of the game. The Ducks have had some bright spots. You had that big run by Zero. Number 13, big rangy receiver with the pick, defense. But they've got to be able to put something whole cloth together, or this second half is going to be terribly long. They are down 28-0, but a whole half can change a whole lot of things. Just ask the Atlanta Falcons when they faced the Patriots, because they thought they had Super Bowl I, and what do you know? Tom Brady did his thing. So with that reminder, we'll be right back in just a moment. Hit that like button. Be sure you subscribe to Cam's page and check out other upcoming events. We're coming to you from Johnson C. Smith University, Eddie C. McGirt Field with the C1N Halloween Showcase. We'll be right back.
Cool, now scared of letting go.
home race. We do a home race? Yeah, come on, one second. See? Who you got? Me and Coach Lou. Who you got? Who you got? Me and Lou. Hey, go.
We're at Golden Corral. We're feeding the children. Everybody got to eat, so they can leave me alone. Because I'm going to sleep.
Everybody, we did a thing.
Cool when I was scared of letting go.
Me and Coach Lou. Who you got? Who you got? Me and Lou. Hey, go.
We're at Golden Corral. We're feeding the children. Everybody got to eat, so they can leave me alone. Because I'm going to sleep.
Everybody, we did a thing.
You look, you have guys now in the college ranks, you have guys doing well in high school. Kind of that is your forte, right? You tell me about coaching the offensive line and coaching the young kids and making sure it translates.
The most important thing is, like, I've been able to teach babies how to block their proper way. And I think by teaching them the proper way, you know, translate to when they get to high school. Like at Langston Hughes, I got a couple of kids that played me since they were 7. I mean, they're bona fide athletes right now, you know, headed to college. And one of them is Dontrell Glover, man. I love him. He like my kid. He like my kid, you know what I'm saying? And the way he works on and off the field, like, you know what I'm saying? Just that determination, that dedication that we put in from a baby, it paid off.
Coming up next, we have an interview with Coach Keith from the OG Ducks. Matter of fact, he's on right now. Coach Keith, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Just in practice, you know, getting our final few practices in before we get down there to Charlotte and compete.
Hey, Coach. Now, what made you start the OG Ducks?
About 14 years ago, I actually got kicked out of my league for hosting camps in the off season for $1. That we couldn't talk to the kids, so they kicked me out my league, and I was with the Corona Panthers. And so I took my team to another league and told them, hey, if you let me in with this one team, I'll bring your whole organization the next year. And what happened was, halfway through the season, my organization kind of left me out to dry. So then at that time, I had J.J. Taylor, who plays for the Houston Texans. We were trying to figure out who he wanted to be, and that's right when Oregon started kind of popping off with all the uniforms. So we chose, the kids chose to be they wanted to be the Ducks. That's how we started the Ducks, and I liked it at the time. It wasn't too many teams that was the Ducks at the time when we did it.
Obviously, you know Cam Newton and the player he was on the field. #12 and under division, Lambeau taking on the Atlanta Chargers. Watch this quarterback here. Leaks out to his left side, breaks a couple of tackles, finds his guy across the middle of the field. I tell you what, that is some phenomenal play by the quarterback position. Sure that good old C1N founder Cam Newton is going to enjoy that one. All right, quarterback. getting outside, nice short pass to his receiver, and the receiver takes care of the rest, reads the block, and get up the field, scores a touchdown, and Lambeau would have an early lead in the game. Lambeau back again on offense. One of the bright spots for the Atlanta Chargers. Nice interception by the DB. Gets as many yards as he can. Gets upfield to help give the Atlanta Chargers just a little bit of momentum. But it will be all Lambeau as watch big number 99 bats the ball out the quarterback's hands, keeps it for himself, catches it, and rumbles and stumbles, gets into the end zone. He will score a touchdown as Atlanta Elite Lambeau would win 28-0. Lambeau looks good, and they look like they are ready to be considered one of the top teams in the country again. If you could, just give us a rundown on what's going to happen when they see your team on the field.
Yeah, we're expected to dominate down in Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to it. Cam event, man, which, Cam is he's very supportive in the organization, ATL Elite. I mean, I love my guy. I raised him. You know what I'm saying? It's my dog. You feel me? So, him bringing his babies back to my organization was big for me, man. Like, I would definitely appreciate it. We're going to support everything he does moving forward. Him and Dad, brother, all of them, man. They family. So we're looking for to dominate. We're looking for to dominate at all ages. I know 8's going. I think my 9s are going, my 10s. So we're looking to dominate. You know what I'm saying? 8 just coming off a big win against GA. I had to take care of Ken. So, we looking forward to it, man, having fun and enjoying Charlotte. And we plan to go out there and dominate.
For you with the OG Ducks, what made you guys want to be involved with what C1N has going on?
Pretty much because we like to compete. I mean, they tried to get us down there for the one on Labor Day, but it was just too late. And we was really looking at it. If the tickets would have been right, we'd have came. Anybody knows me knows we want to go play any and everybody.
.703 taking on Watkins Hornet, and 703 would come out firing. As watch the receiver here, breaks a couple of tackles, catches the slant, and he is up out of there as 703 would get on the scoreboard early. Watkins Hornet would.
All right, we're about to get started with the second half of play. Let's see what the Ducks can do. The second half is going to be a telling story for sure. The first half was just all Bounty boys, and with a pick six, and then you got to turn around and kick it off to these guys. Number 22 brings down number 13. I think that is Sweeney, if I'm looking at the back of that jersey right. They've got the names on them, but they're down low. So it makes it a little bit harder for an old man like me. But that's okay. We're here to have fun. We're glad you're here with us at the C1N Halloween Showcase. I'm Freddie Flowers. I'm the voice of C1N for you. And we want you to make sure you hit that like button. Tell your family and friends to have a look and watch. Great day for football here at Johnson C. Smith University, Eddie C. McGirt Field. Coming to you live from the beautiful Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. So the ball is at the 48-yard line. So once again, the Bounty Boys have a short field. And look at all that. They're just going to power their way through for a gain of about 5 yards. Carlock handling the chores, carrying it. White Hat having a chat with the officials. The ball is at the 43-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 5. And I'm just waiting to see the Bounty Boys just grind it out on this drive. They are not going to be in a hurry by any stretch of the measure. Yeah, they're going to run it once again, and that play is going to be blown dead. Let's have a flag on the field. This looks like a false start. And so they're going to walk that off. So the ball will go back to the 48, and it'll be 2nd and 10. 7:29 remaining in the third. And like I said, watch them. The Bounty Boys are not in any particular hurry. And they're going to end up taking a timeout to avoid the delay of game. We'll be right back. All right, we are back, and I'm going to run through some 12U rankings while they get set. Now, as of the end of September 2024, your number one team are the Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes, obviously from Florida. Number two is your Osceola Cowboys. That's Cowboys with a K, also out of Florida. Number three, the Alpha Dogs out of Florida. So you kind of see a theme here. Number four, you have the Texas Elite. Number five, Bullet Football Academy. Number 6, ABA Bulldogs. Number 7, NTB Bad Boys. Number 8, the Watkins Bounty Boys, the ones who have been putting in the work today, and right now they're on the run, but the Ducks can't seem to do anything with that. And number 15, make some lemonade, or is that 16? Making some lemonade out of the lemons. No, that's 15. That is Jenkins. So the ball is at the 48-yard line. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. To complete the rankings list is number 9 is the Atlanta Elite Lambeau and number 10 North Philly Blackhawks. But these guys are number 8 in the nation. And any wonder? That pass intended for number 5 is going to fall incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. And I'm trying to scratch my head. I believe that might be the first time that's happened today. So let's see what they choose to do. And the coach is over there sending in the play. Number 5, a tall, rangy receiver. Would love to see where he goes at the next level. And they take off to their right. And are they going to get a fresh set of downs? Yes, they are. Number 32 on the stop. That's Cropper. And Bagley, the ball carrier. So the Bounty Boys continue to keep the clock running as they keep it conservative. And they're going to take their time. Like I said, there's no reason for them to hurry. They are also well aware that you can have a 28-point lead and it can vaporize in a hurry. So how do you avoid that? Well, you don't give the Ducks any opportunities, and the best way to do that is to keep the offense off the field and chew up the clock, and that's exactly what they're doing. Number 19 trying to find a little bit of room. Not much happening there. He'll get to the 32, maybe the 31. Let's see where the spot ultimately is. It's going to be somewhere around there. And we're going to have to take an injury timeout. We'll be right back.
They got period water and donuts.
I like the water. True meaning of ghetto bullshit.
Yeah, cool. What am I saying?
See?
Who you got? Me and Coach Lou.
Who you got?
Who you got? Me and Lou.
We're at Golden Corral. We're feeding the children. Everybody got to eat, so they can leave me alone.
With the OG Ducks, what made you guys want to be involved with what C1N has going on?
Pretty much because we like to compete. I mean, they tried to get us down there for the one on Labor Day, but it was just too late. And we was really looking at it. If the tickets would have been right, we'd have came. Anybody knows me knows we want to go play any and everybody.
Oh, and I was scared of letting go. I won.
They got period water and donuts.
I like the water. True meaning.
Next, we have an interview with Coach Keith from the OG Ducks. Matter of fact, he's on right now. Coach Keith, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good. Just in practice, getting our final few packages in before we get down there to Charlotte and compete.
Hey, Coach. Now, what made you start the OG Ducks?
About 14 years ago, I actually got kicked out of my league for hosting camps in the off season for $1. Said we couldn't talk to the kids, so they kicked me out my league, and I was with the Corona Panthers. And so I took my team to another league and told them, hey, if you let me in with this one team, I'll bring your whole organization the next year. And what happened was halfway through the season, my organization kind of left me out to dry. So then at that time, I had J.J. Taylor, who plays for the Houston Texans. We were trying to figure out who he wanted to be, and that was right when Oregon started kind of popping off with all.
All right, we're back. Epps was able to come off under his own power, and that's what we want to see. Remember, it's always about the safety of the kids first, and, that's always a good thing. Watch them, and, they're going to get nicked up out there, but watch them come off under their own power and able to just be okay. That's what really matters at the end of it all. So it looked like number 2 is the ball carrier for the Bounty Boys. So they've got to play. We got 2:42 remaining in the third quarter. Like I said, they're not in any hurry. They're just going to grind it out. Carlock running the ball. First contact by number 1 of the Ducks. Along with 29 getting some assist on that. Coach is calling in to play. Bounty Boys looking fantastic today. Number 1 going right up the middle. Don't know. He got that first down. So the sticks are going to move once again. It's another first down for the Watkins Hornets. Pardon me, it's second down. Gain of 2 yards. Ball is on the 15-yard line. So pardon me. I lost my sight for a second. Fun fact, I am nearsighted. But when you binge in binoculars, things kind of get awry. Wait a minute. That ball just popped up in the air. And the Ducks have it. And, I mean, it came out like a jack in a box. So the Ducks with a nice defensive stand as the Watkins Hornets were just chewing up clock and field, matriculating down the field, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. We're under a minute remaining in the third quarter. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. So it looks like they're going to go 4 wide. Single man in the backfield. Yeah, some time. Let's see. And that pass is going to be batted down. Number 19 gets those big old mitts up in the air. I'm noticing those purple gloves just swatted it straight down. So that'll bring up 2nd down for the Ducks. And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Hornets with the lead, 28-0 over the Ducks. So, looks like they're going to continue to run it. Zero for the Ducks. Trying to find some room. He'll get to the 16. It's a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 9. Phillips coming into the game for the Ducks. So the Ducks looking to make something happen. They're 4 wide, but they have not had a whole lot of time. They've had batted balls. Phillips flushed out. He runs to his right. And he's going to end up going out of bounds. There was just nothing happening right there. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black jerseys hanging around the neighborhood. So that'll bring up 4th down. And, you know, this is one of those cases where, yeah, you go for it, but do you want to find yourself giving up position in an attempt to move the sticks? You know, that's high risk. I mean, there's high reward, but it's high risk. So they're 4 wide, shotgun formation, single man in the backfield. And there's movement up front, and maybe that's what they're counting on. So that's offsides. So the ball goes to the 23. And that'll make it 4th and 3 for the Ducks. And he's bringing into play and telling everybody directly what's going to happen. So the ball at the 23. They give us a 0. And he runs into the defender and is eventually just tossed to the ground. And he's going to be short of a 1st down. That ball's going to be turned over. Here's going to say it's about a yard short. So we're going to see where they spotted right at the 24. And the coaches want to talk to him about it. And I called it short before they did, so, I'm not going to say that somebody needs to be mad at the officials. And you could probably question me saying, what do you see from way up there? But that initial contact was made right around the 23 or so before he was swung around. And coach is giving them the play and telling them to get on with it as the clock continues to wind. So here they come, and they go right back up the middle. Banks the ball carrier. So it will be 2nd and 7 for the Hornets as the clock continues to run. Our third contest of the day coming up. There's the So Icy Boys versus the Glenville Elite, a.k.a. the Speed Demons. That is a 9U contest that is supposed to start at 4 p.m., so make sure you stay with us. A lot of great football left to play. And there goes X. Well, Carlock zips it on into the end zone. Appeared that he was going to stumble, but he picks himself up. There's the dance. The Kung Fu kick. And let's watch this here. Look at that blocking. He gets right in between those black jerseys. And he wipes his hands clean and goes Kung Fu fighting. Wait a minute. There's holding on the play, so that comes back. So I missed the flag, but there's a lot of yellow out there, so there's that. The ball's at the 31-yard line. And is it a spot foul? It'll be 2nd and 17. There's a snap. There's the give. I think that's Parker, number 5, that has it. So he is going to get to the 25-yard line, looking at the official walks the stripe. And that's where they put it. So this clock looks like it's going to continue to wind out the rest of the way. We're here at Johnson C. Smith University at Eddie C. McGirt Field in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina, the Queen City, at the C1N Halloween Showcase. I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of C1N, and I'm tickled to death to be out here watching some great youth football. We appreciate you hanging in there with us as well. Make sure you hit that like, tell your friends, tell your family that if they want to check out the next generation of great football players, here's where you get a chance to get a peep at it. And number 1 has the reception, and he will go down just short of the 15-yard line. So that'll bring up 4th and short. And that ball will get to the 11-yard line. And they're just continuing to let the clock do its thing. Rotating players in and out. A great opportunity to let the others play. that don't normally see a whole lot of playing time, but that's also how you build a great program, because you will have players that can step up at any time because they know the role and what they have to do to play it, and there's motion up front. So let's see who that's going to be against. Offsides, and that's going to result in a first down for the Bounty Boys. So it is. Let's see where that stick is going to end up. Yep, it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11. So there's a flag. That's got to be holding. And that pass falls incomplete anyway. And there it is, holding. So 10 yards from the spot of the foul will happen then. Clock continues to wind. We're under a minute. As they walk it off. We want to thank you fans for hanging in there with us. I'd like to thank our production team. Dr. Lincoln Moxie, Vernon down on the field. Mrs. Moxie at the controls, a.k.a. Miss Sandra, doing a great job here today. Because believe me, it takes a lot to make me look good and sound good. And we have a – okay, there's the clock. The clock is wound down to 0, and that's going to do it. So the Watkins Hornets come in from D.C. and handle the California boys, the OG Ducks. And, well, what can you say? I mean – just a complete game played by the Bounty Boys. I said it earlier before, at the half. Special teams on the ground, whatever they wanted to do, they did it. The Ducks came all the way from California, and there's a reason they did. They are one of the best teams in the nation, but they just did not have an answer today. The Bounty Boys did. Well, with that being said, we got another contest coming up. The Icy Boys are going to take on the Glenville Elite, a.k.a. the Speed Demons. So we're going to be with you for that next contest coming up shortly. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for staying tuned in to the C1N Halloween Showcase, coming to you live from Johnson C. Smith University, Eddie C. McGirt Field, live from beautiful Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm Freddie Flowers, the voice of C1N. We'll be right back.
You look, you have guys now in the college ranks, you have guys doing well in high school. Kind of that is your forte, right? You tell me about coaching the offensive line and coaching the young kids and making sure it trains.